Hello and welcome back to Bank and Plays Europa Universalis IV, this time with the Dharma Expansion. I am here in the Timurids. If you're unfamiliar with the game, I haven't played it in a while. If you're unfamiliar, it is a grand strategy game made by Paradox Interactive, where you start in the year 1444 in the middle, actually near the very end of the medieval period, and play all the way through to the 1800s. It's a game of exploration, of conquest, and mostly of conquest. It's a war game just like any other, similar to Hearts of Iron, but very, very different in what you do because, well, we got troops with spears instead of guns. I'm playing as the Timurids. If you know anything about the game, you know that the Timurids in the current setup of the game is a very glass cannon-y kind of empire. It'll either end in victory or death very early on, and that's because we own a whole lot of vassals. Fars, Khorasan, Sistan, Afghanistan, Transoxiana are all of our vassals, controlled mostly by fellow Timurids, as in people with the Timurid name, as we're named after the leader. We are Shah Rukh Timurid, the son of the great Timur himself, who once had an empire all the way to Anatolia, to Delhi. It was a massive expanse of land, and unfortunately during the time of Shah Rukh, it has been constantly broken down. Shah Rukh, or Rukh, whatever you want to call him, his one ambition in life was to keep the empire together, and he mostly has, but he is about to die soon. He is age 67. He's not going to be around long, and when they do, our vassals are going to be very upset because his rulership is keeping them at bay. So we need to be prepared for the possibility of them going to war against us. Already, Ajam, which was one of our vassals, has broken away before the beginning of the game, and they took with them Luristan and Ardalan. The Karkanalu Federation has taken over our lands in Mesopotamia, as well as Mushasha taking over this area in Khuzestan. Over in Delhi, up through this area, we had Timurid administrators there that were kicked out recently, and in the north, the Uzbeks have been raiding into Transoxiana land. We have quite the issue, but we are going to piece it back together. Our first main order of business is to try and calm down these vassals. So, what can we do? We can rival the Mamluks. I would like to be able to rival Ajam, but they don't seem all that likely. They are currently friendly towards us, but that is already calculated away now that I've looked at it. We have cores on all their territory, meaning that we can take them pretty much at our leisure, but I'll do it as soon as we can. We have one disloyal vassal that's going to become a lot more disloyal vassals as soon as Shah Rukh dies, as he has the benevolent trait, which Liberty Desire and Subjects -5. Which reminds me, enact policies. For the tax policy, because we are a Sunni nation, we'll go for the lenient taxation, which gives -50% liberty desire in subjects. A very important thing to take, as well as diplomatic reputation for quicker annexations, which really isn't that important because most of this land is cored. I think there's one province here in Ro, which is not a core of ours, and then Sistan, which is not a core in general. They're under a different leader, and then you are not. You are a Timurid, you're just very far in the list. You're a Timurid. Fars is run by a Timurid, although he is young. Transoxiana is Oleg Beg Timurid, who is the strongest of my vassals and most likely to start an independence war. Things aren't looking too good. I have done this game a couple times already, somewhat in preparation and some actual trial runs of this very series. Complications here and there. Now I'm doing it on not Iron Man because, yeah, I had to scrap about 4 or 5 episodes that I'd already recorded because the first episode was wrong, but we're here now. National decisions. We can adopt the title of the Caliph for prestige, important for us to get that prestige down, or up actually, the prestige decay down. Move towards legalism for national unrest. Please and thank you. Enforce religious unity, not important enough at the moment. Missionary strength versus heretics. I suppose there are technically heretics we could go to, but we're never going to be able to get these guys down just yet. We are Sunni and specifically Hanafi school of Sunni, because I do have that expansion. I have all expansions. The newest Dharma expansion really revamped India, which is what I want to go into, because in the actual real-world history, the Timurids were the ones to form the Mughal Empire and conquer all of India. They were not as strong as this. They had been pushed back just to like a little tiny area up here that pushed into Delhi, and then Babur Timurid, he was the one that started it all. it's a rather nice story. So, things we can do. First off, let's open up all my tabs. I don't want to designate anyone March yet, but I do want to. Royal Marriage, Afghanistan, Royal Marriage, Fars, then Khorasan Sistan. I will continue to do all of this. I need to get their opinion of me up, and we'll let them just go. Then, advisor slots, very important. Now then, in here, we have Muhammad Haidar, which is, you can tell that he is always going to be in the game because he has a half price at the beginning of the game. He is always going to be there, and he has diplomatic reputation. Very useful. In here, we have 4s, 4s, and a 1, so nothing special. In administration, we have a stability cost modifier. And price, yeah, only $7. Half price cost, half price. Stability modifier. Well, we do have a mission. There's a Timurid leadership, which is liberty desire of all vassals under 40%. But then there's stabilize the Timurids, which means stability at least 2. I'll probably want to take that later on. But I don't know if I'm going to want to... Where is it? Come on. Ah, there we go. I'm definitely going to want to take this guy. He's cheap. He's easy. I can take him just fine. Then here, there's a production efficiency guy whose costs less, pays more to keep him. Even though Jamie could be nice, he is Khorsani. Instead, I think we're going to want Abd al-Karim Quli just for a little bit more money. Although, yearly prestige +1 to keep our prestige high. Because with prestige, we'll be able to do a placate local rulers. Which could be very... With yearly prestige, that'll still take 20 years, but the decay is what we want to fight back against. So money or prestige. I would say probably money early on. Production efficiency, it's currently 3.8. Now it is 2.8, but that's because we spent some, but we're going to be getting monarch points, yada yada yada. We do have the estates. Emirs are incredibly high, so I don't want to piss them off by stealing their military support, even though that would be very useful. Manpower recovery speed. You know what? Actually, demand, because now it's going to be less force limit, but that will eventually come up with time. It should be decaying up at monthly change of 0.12 from very high legitimacy. Yes, indeedy. That'll be useful because that pushes us way ahead on military power, and we're going to need that. Past that, we could get a couple alliances, but we are already tapped on everything. We're tapped on relationship slots, so it's better just allow things to go from here. Yeah, royal marriages, royal marriages, royal marriages. And we can take this event, which gives us 60 military power and 10 prestige. Instant prestige. Prestige. Then, diplomatic mode, institutions, What's good to take? What is good to... What was I going to look at? I was going to look at trade. Because I would like to move something. We have... Are you collecting? No, you're sending it to Persia, as you should. Lahore to Persia. There you are. Sending it to Lahore to Persia. And you are sending from Samarkand to Persia, because we collect in Persia. But what if we pull off of Lahore? Because it has 3 different directions it can go. It can either go to Persia, Samarkand, or Gujarat. And, actually, even then, if it ends up this way, it still can possibly get back into Persia anyway. So Lahore is not really where I want to focus. I want to focus in Persia. Collect from trade from Lahore. We'll see if that increases our money, because that's where we actually collect. Then we go a couple days until I can use my... Yeah, the Gathering Storm. The aging ruler of the Timurid Empire, Shah Rukh, has been ill since the beginning of 1444. In absence, his wife, Goharshad, has taken over the daily rule of the empire. The sign of weakness has set wheels in motion among the princes of the rule of the Timurids. In Western Iran, a young prince, Muhammad Baisonkor, an ambitious grandson, has started to accept taxes and tokens of loyalty from the much larger region than he was assigned government. Having finally recovered and learned of the insolence, Shah Rukh has now declared Muhammad Baisonkor a rebel and has moved to strike him at the first opportunity. If a civil war among all sons and grandsons, like that at the end of Timur's life, is to be avoided, Shah Rukh knows he must strike down any sign of rebellion harshly and quickly. So as long as Shah Rukh lives, the Timurids live. Now then, can I make you... I cannot make you a rival. Now they're free. I'd like to make any kind of lasting dynasty changes with all my vassals. Until then, at the 11th of December, that is when we are able... I could designate March for Transoxiana, but I don't want to. Improve relations, I want to annex them fairly soon. Okay, free time. We can... Countries wish to hire... Oh, Sirhind is already at war with Delhi. That's strange. Well, none of my business. I need to go to war against Ajam. So, got one there. How about next would be Afghanistan, but I can't just yet because I've sent them all. I see, good. Go to... I would say Kerman. What about Birhand? How about break off one regiment, and you can assign. Hopefully my vassals will stay happy, because I'm going to go to war with the Ajam at the soonest possible convenience. Come on, come on. Get over the monthly tick. Watch the money. Yeah, almost 3 ducats because of the change. Okay, and there it is, 11th. You have allied to Dulkadir. Now, Dulkadir is a very long ways away. They'll have to get through Aquinello and Caraquinello, and they'll probably get attacked from another direction, especially because they're rivaled with Aquinello. So, declare war. What if we make the place we need to take Semnan? It's relatively close to us. We can probably hold on to it. It's right next to Kham as well, and I think it's one of the few places that is not a mountain province in the region. Semnan. Dulkadir will join, not the worst thing in the world. We'll lose legalism, not that bad. And attack. This is the army that I want everyone to join to. So, subjects, I would like you to... Actually, everyone. Even Transoxiana is on my side. Be aggressive at the beginning. This will be there later if Transoxiana goes away, because Shah Rukh is going to die any minute now. And then, past that, go. While you're happy with me. 19th, come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. We'll marriage you. Then, improve relations with the Afghans. Thank you, Transoxiana. There's a 12,000 stack there. Yeah, you go to Kerman. I'm assuming you'll come down to Shiraz. Ajam has gone the Mazadan army, Mazadan being here. They're allied with Mushasha, so I don't necessarily want to attack them immediately. Then we have more. Good. Let's keep that up. Also, while the subjects are like this, I am going to enable scutage. Enable scutage. Enable scutage. 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 This will hurt their economy. Even though I won't be able to call them into future wars, I don't intend to. After this war, I intend for them to just go away. I set them all on aggressive. Maybe for the beginning, supportive. Up until the point where Shah Rukh dies, they can just be like this. German. You join up with me. You're going to Yazd. You're going around. Come on, guys. We're going here now. Get with the times. Get with the program. Go to Akadan. Luristan's down here. Ardalan will be up here somewhere. And Mazadan's army should be coming around any minute now. Okay, why do you have to go through my lands to be there? Come on. I want to keep my troops mostly out of the fighting, if at all possible. Going to Semnan, which is the war target. Fars can be lost. I don't care much about Fars. Luristan's, come to think of it, Mazadan's army is probably around. And an army career. With the growth of the professional army, the new career opportunities abound for those with abilities and ambition. The old nobles, however, still expect to be awarded with the most valuable commissions. Let's see. Safeguarded in traditions. Emir states gain loyalty, merchants lose it. Army tradition is gained or gain professionalism. I say safeguard because that means that my estate, the emirs, not that bad. Not that angry at us. Which is good. Just is nice. Is nice. So we'll be in Semnan. I won't use my leaders or anything. Keep an eye on subjects if at all possible. Because using the vassal swarm will be just fine, thank you. Semnan's taken, that's the war goal. Mazadan's army actually can't... Wait, that's Mazadaran's army. I call it Mazadan. And, yeah, if you're going in for a fight, I would not mind coming with you. Because you got a lot of troops, and I have a lot of troops. And Fars is nearby. Everything's alright with the world. So long as Timur stays for just a little bit, Shah Rukh at least stays alive for a little bit longer, we should be okay. Land enforcement limit modifier, not important at all. Morale of armies would have been better. If you guys can just lose all your troops, that would be great. Yeah, come down this way. We'll take a... Unfortunately, a lot of this area is mountainous, so we don't want to be the aggressors in it. But if we must, then we must. Sure, this place is mountainous. Laristan is mountainous. Dara, mountainous. Can we get there first? The 4th? We get there on the 5th. Okay, they don't want any piece of this. Nice. What about we come down this? No, we would actually get into a fight then. Wait for them to leave. Move on in now. Maybe catch a smaller force out. Try to hit them up somewhere else. Just try to put them all together. Bandar is a good place for us to fight, but we don't have a lot of troops now. Just hold still then. Hold still and wait. If they want to take attrition in the mountains, that's perfectly up to them. Just wait for it. Now, take the fight in Usef. Or Yasuj. They'll be far enough away from these troops that they shouldn't be able to join in. Oh, you missed it. Well, come on, let's get into the fight, guys. I'm losing attrition on that army, but the other armies are perfectly safe. How annoying. Fine, we fall back and we take care of one of the smaller armies. Honestly, when it comes to this force, if you guys just want to have no focus, go ahead. Do whatever you feel is right. We have plenty of armies around Herat. They're not going to threaten us here. We have unrest. Hosmoni, Baluchistanis. Yeah, nothing I want to deal with. Looks like you're going over to Golistan to try and attack. Let's come back and defend in Semnan. Transoxiana, are you going to try and fight? It'd be nice. Fars is just going to worry about its own lands, I guess. We can build, but I won't. You guys are leaving Aradan to their fate. And honestly, taking a fight in the mountains, not a good idea for us, but I have so few troops in the matter that double stack against them should be enough. We'll watch it because there is the new sound effects. Please let me watch the battle. We are in the battle. Let me watch it. Game. Allow me to watch the battle. Oh, that sucks. That's definitely a bug. I guess it's because we got kicked out of the battle? What happened? It's my army. It's my vassal's army. Come on, let me watch it. Mystics and storytellers. Legalism, mysticism, legalism. Well, looks like we'll lose. Not really my problem. Putting down Transoxania a little bit, not the worst thing in the world. And if we really need to, we can use Herat in their army. Surrender of Maine. So, France, what are you up to? Ah, another war against England. Good for you. You're going to go on a sieging spree. Well, so long as Shah Rukh, he's staying alive so far. Ooh, and we could have taken another rival. I'm assuming it's going to be Ajam. Not my problem. Put the armies together. Yeah. Go off and do your own things, little guys. Poland has a problem. You guys are all well under the limit. Khorasan doesn't even have anything. This is the idea. You guys tank your economies. Start taking loans. I won't take over the loans after you are annexed, so it doesn't matter to me. Now here I can finally watch this battle. Good. And now they're going to come attack you, but they have overwhelming force. You'll get reinforcements eventually. I might want to send in one army in support eventually. But for the most part, we had one major... Wait, really? That's the only battle that says to... What? Maybe because it was against Mazadon to begin with, that doesn't count as a battle? Sometimes the code in this game is a very strange thing. Very strange indeed. Before I go anywhere, I'm going to check Pike Square, very close to getting the 4th level. Very nice. With that, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye-bye!